Long runs can be brutal, which is why I've got 6 tips to help you recover from them. Hi, I'm Ralph, Ageless runner. I'm all about helping you have a fun, safe, and healthy running life, and I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you. So even on a cold day like today, it's below freezing, I'm going to sweat. You're going to sweat on your long run. So tip number 1 focuses on rehydration, but also with electrolytes, and that's the key message. We all know to drink after a run, but it's really important to replenish those electrolytes that you sweat out. Now you can do that either in your drink, add a supplement like Noon tablets that I do, or a sports drink like Gatorade, and get your hydration over time, over the next few hours throughout the afternoon and evening. If you ran in the morning, don't gulp it down all at once. I've had times where I did a long run and thought I was hydrated and then urinated before bed and my urine was dark yellow. So get that water, get those electrolytes through the afternoon and evening, and rehydrate your body. Now tip number 2 deals with the fact when we do a long run, we probably deplete our glycogen stores for energy. And we've abused our muscles. We get these little micro tears in our muscle that need healing. So it's really important after your run to have a balanced diet. And by balanced, I mean eat carbohydrates and protein. You need both. So research suggests that a ratio of 3-to-1 to 4-to-1 of carbohydrates to protein is best for recovery. But don't get too hung up on that ratio. Do get hung up on the fact you need both carbohydrates and protein for adequate recovery. So focus on that over the rest of the day, certainly the next couple of days. Get plenty of protein and carbohydrates. Now tip number 3 is to consider doing some kind of stretching for your problem or weak areas of your body. I know some of you do whole body stretching. Absolutely great. That is wonderful. But at least at a minimum, what are your weak areas? For me, it's my feet. I'm always worried about getting plantar fasciitis. So I typically stretch my calves, which is good for my feet. So if you have a weak area, your hips, maybe your hips give you some problems, consider stretching your hips. But do those stretching activities after your run for your problem areas at a minimum. If you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing and liking. Thank you so much. Now along the same line of stretching, tip number 4 is have an active recovery. What I mean by that is the day of your run, you do it in the morning, you certainly lay around, take it easy the rest of the day. But the next few days, just don't sit around. You need to be active. Go for a walk, maybe you have a bike, go for a bike ride. You can do a run, but it needs to be a very easy run. By easy, I mean your heart rate something below 60% of your max heart rate. It needs to be very easy, but do that activity. That'll help work through some of that remaining lactic acid in your body, help get your joints from stiffening up, lubricate your joints. But do be active over the next few days after your long run. Now tip number 5 is make sure you do give priority to rest and sleep. I always talk about sleep. And I've heard some of my videos before, I'm not a great sleeper, but try and get enough sleep. That's where your body does its healing. It's that nighttime resting where your body will go through and repair the muscles, help restore your glycogen, and just help reduce inflammation. So do try to get adequate sleep, especially those first few days after your long run. Now my last tip, number 6, is not for the timid, it's for the people with the strong hearts. And that has to do with inflammation. We run, we get inflammation. We get these free radicals in our body. We may get some swelling and inflammation in our legs. So tip number 6 is consider a cold water bath. Fill your bathtub up with cold water, sit in it. That'll help reduce inflammation, reduce swelling. I know some runners, my daughter's one of them, who will put ice in the bath. They'll stop after maybe a race or run, pick up a bag of ice, throw in the tub with cold water and sit in it for a while. So that's kind of a drastic thing, but it will help reduce swelling and inflammation in your lower body. So a long run can be brutal and abusive, but with these 6 tips, they can go a long way to help you recover and get ready for that next long run. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please scroll down and hit that like icon. And if you're new here, I'd love to have you stick around and be a subscriber. Thank you so much. Stay strong and happy running.